By the way, anybody who is listening to this who works in marketing and like at an agency, if the cap don't fit,
Don't take offense.
then go on.
Let's chat.
No, some people. Oh, say good run. We can't bother. No.
So you really never listen to me.
I was telling Netanya that her mouth uku. She have the uku mouth.
I just feel like I have really small features.
Small features.
Yeah, because like my hands are small, right? My straight uku nose. You know that video
what
with
else,
Barbara?
uku girl?
Everything. So you know that video with Barbara when she say dreamy eyes, straight nose, and kissable lips. That's me.
You do have kissable lips. Your lip make from lipstick like Rihanna lip. You have a nice
If
lip.
I'm gonna do face muggling.
You're not going to say thanks.
Oh, thank you.
I'm just wondering. Well, come on for this.
No, all right. Thank you. I mean, that's a really nice compliment. People just usually when men compliment me on like my mouth, it's always going south.
Your mouth is always going south?
No, as in like the compliment is always going south.
Oh, but I was saying that you don't have that kind of mouth though.
I don't.
You only have kissable mouth. Anyway, good evening.
Hi guys. If you might notice that you didn't hear Denille, unless you have a cold today, but
Denille say, yo, I'm fed up of this.
Yeah, so RushCam is my co-host for the day because Denille is in somewhere.
On her man.
Yes, Trevor Valentine's trip. And I, a single person, come to carry on the show with RushCam.
Who is also single.
I know I couldn't talk
Text
to you
the word vote to 444-550 Rush.
That's too much numbers.
No shame.
It should be. Or it could be 444
Rush.
Rush.
Yeah, but I don't love that.
Because it not sound good.
Yeah, my number is actually 435. Figure out the rest. Text me if you like me.
Yo, I put that up on my Instagram story last night that I posted a story and there was only $50 in there, right? And I say, yo, I'm a brookie. So I say, if you have a crush on me, send me a $5,000. So people start asking for my account number.
You too lied. Nathaniel lied.
People start asking for my account number.
Mundell lied. Let me tell you something.
Take PayPal.
Look, girl, nobody do ask you for your account number. Them ask you for your account number and send you money.
They didn't send me any money.
The proof is in the deposit.
I true, I forgot check though. But they ask me fees.
Oh, what's your PayPal? Yeah, where's the money? As a matter of fact, I only take cash deposit. You should have given my address.
Made them come drop to me out.
Drop off the envelope. Real cash, man. Hold it up.
Then again, nobody like mail or come to my house, so they really couldn't get him to come.
This whole cash deposit thing remind me of one time when a friend of mine was doing a show and the people them never bring the money, so they had to drop the cash to a manager office.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Anyway,
Because we even start that show.
what we're talking about today?
Today we're talking about knowing your worth as a creative. And I think it should be like even as a person overall, so everybody should like know their worth. And it's like RushCam's main talking point whenever me and him talk.
That is all. Netanya just calls me, and I'm just like, Netanya, if me see you do this, I'm gonna draw. You don't know your work, Martin? Draw a long bench and palav because you're going to air today.
That's true. Like every time I get like any opportunities or anything,
literally,
I say, "Alright, I'm gonna call Rush." Like he's the first person.
She always calls me, and the conversation is always at least 15 minutes long because she still don't get the point.
Sometimes I don't get the point, you know. It's just like sometimes I genuinely don't know what to do.
No,
so say,
no, but if you know your words, what you mean you don't know what to do. Let me tell you what it is with you now, and a lot of people. Them genuinely feel like when these brands reach out to them or when people reach out to them, you feel so... You're just like, oh, what? They reached out to me? Oh, that's so nice. So you're so caught up in the moment that you don't even realize that you are selling yourself for nothing.
Peanuts.
Like the other day on Instagram and Twitter, Valentine's Day, I saw a lot of people got this PR package, right? Obviously, we're not going to call the name of the brand, but they got this PR package. And they had reached out to me as well, and they said, hey, we're going to send you this PR package, but we require that, one, you be there to collect the package, and two, that you post about it, whatever. So my manager, she send them the rates because you're requiring that I post. So I'm requiring that you pay me for my services. Them never reply.
You know what's
I'm
funny?
gonna say everybody kissa. Ooh, I got my box.
You
and
know
I
what's
post
funny?
Fridays. You get it?
I was supposed to get my box on Thursday, but I wasn't
Menke.
there.
Menke.
Then them come on Friday, I never did it again.
Praise God.
And then they're like, oh, I think we're gonna come on Monday.
No man, it's
but
alright.
I'm not gonna be at work on
No,
Monday.
that is God. God is so amazing. He picks me up, dusts me off, and makes sure the abuser's not in my life.
But the thing is, when I saw everybody posting the box and them open it, this was me.
You know, love it.
I don't love it in the box because everything in the box, I don't particularly use.
Nathaniel, let's do a breakdown of expenses, right? Like,
True.
for the people who are listening, we're going to break down how money is spent in corporate. You hire an agency to execute a promotion for you, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you say to them, say, yo, we have a new promotion. It's called Banana Boat. So we want to give out bananas to different people. We have a sale on bananas. Great. We hire the agency to do that. So the agency is being paid. The agency also gets a budget
to do
banana boat execution. The agency decides, you know what? We're going to ask the company for stock, i.e. the bananas, and we're just going to give out the bananas to all the influencers and tell them to post, and that's our work. We have not paid the influencers.
Them get free banana.
So where's the money going?
Yeah, that's true. What do you do with the budget? Because for me, when I work and them said this is your budget, I use everything to a T.
Yeah, but they pad the stuff and they take the money and they don't want to pay influencers. That's what they do. So I am doing work for free to make you look good. And that's just unacceptable, and we're not doing that.
You know, I never thought about it like that.
Yes.
But the thing is, a lot of people don't think about it like that because they just caught up in the fact that, as we said earlier, oh, this brand reached out to me and I feel so good. So it's kind of like they make you feel inclusive.
Yeah, but Nathaniel, unless it's Rihanna, Beyonce, and one like major brands, what benefit are you going to get from posting the bananas?
I true, come I still have $1,000 in my account.
There you go. You still have $1,000 in your account. You can eat the bananas for probably 2 days, and that's it.
And
then on top of that, you never reach out to them. Them reach out to you, which means that they had a meeting, sat down, had a table, and said, these people are valuable and worth our time, even if you had 5 followers. So your imposter syndrome, part of it too, is that you don't believe that you're worth it, So because you don't believe that you're worth it, and they've given you the stamp of validation by telling you that you are like enough, you're just like, wow, I am enough, so let me do this.
Yo, I really never thought about it that way.
The place quiet.
No, the place I'm quiet with you because you have to think. And I don't usually accept things from people because I think this would have been the first major brand to reach out to give me something. And just say, oh my God, I'm going to accept it. But a part of the reason why I was doing it is because the person who I know reached out to me is my friend.
Right.
So I said,
Denille told me when I messaged her and said, hey girl, if you're not take that down, I'm going to dry up on Mandela Road.
Yeah, he's our friend.
No, because I said to her, Denille, what is this? I've been talking to you for years now, almost a year and a half, about knowing your worth as a creative. And me see a kiss box? No. Let me be abundantly clear, because I know some people are gonna. If you send me something and I genuinely like it and I'm persuaded to post it, that's my prerogative.
That's true.
But you are not sending me anything and telling me that you require that I post it because I have a joke for you.
Them not gonna see it post?
No.
But then some of them don't really know what I'm doing because they must send it to people unless the person page private.
Mm-hmm.
Who is really going to see it outside of
First of all, they can't be an influencer with a private page. What do you mean?
Listen, who some people consider as influencers really aren't. So them would have just send it to people with following.
Because That's a whole other conversation. But let me tell you something. I find that this conversation is very like you notice that the place is so quiet.
Only thing I
Like
ever found.
we're literally just having a discussion. People either find this tremendously boring or very informative. They're literally going to because we don't laugh yet, you know? Think about
So
it.
true.
We don't laugh.
Informative as
Don't laugh
We're
yet.
listening.
And it kind of scares me because I'm like, boy, look, I'm coming at the people in place and start up a prayer meeting. But the thing about influencers is that I don't consider an influencer unless you're like a thought leader.
That's true. Me
So
though.
so your numbers don't mean anything to me. Because there are people on Instagram, Twitter, etc., who have numbers who cannot convince me to do anything.
Them can't even buy a soap.
They won't even make me buy a soap. And it's not even about consuming and like purchasing stuff, but even like just influencing me in little things that I do. So like there are people who I follow on Instagram, this girl named Song of Style, and she's the one who convinced me to moisturize upwards because
Oh, yeah, I
I
hear
trust
that.
her. Like you understand what I'm saying? So it's not even
Just her making moisturize upwards. Really?
oh, you want to ask a question? It's not even just things about like buying stuff, but just in how you think and how you operate. Martin, let's go.
That's true.
my question is, as you talk about like influencers and such, what is the value of the numbers, as you were saying? Because you were saying you don't value the numbers, but there's a lot
There's
of people
no
out
value
there.
numbers.
Hold on. There's a lot of people out there who see like 18,000 followers. Basically, they see a 1 point and a K behind the followers, and then they buy into that. So, is there any value behind the numbers, and why is it that you guys who know better don't follow the numbers?
It's okay. So first of all, we have to just break it down to the fact that some people are going along the traditional. It's so funny to use the word traditional with social media, but like the traditional lines of thinking, which is that more is more. So they see numbers and they're like, oh, you have numbers, and so they latch on to that. But in
Or
yeah,
them just
but
know-
here's the deal. You can have a lot of people following you, but not a lot of people engaging with your
And
content,
it's
which
always about
means
the
it's always
engagement.
about the engagement. So we're going to talk about like things like likes, comments, shares, all of those things. No. I have like 30,000 followers on Instagram, right? There are people I know who have 60,000, which is double, who don't get the likes that I get and don't get the comments that I get. And there are people with 30,000 followers like me, and there are people with 15 who get more likes. Right? So now it's
I think
about
it's all
breaking
about
down
community.
yes.
It's really about community.
Yes.
Because let's say, for example, using Rush example, Rush have 30,000, somebody else have 60. If they don't interact with their followers as much as how Rush would have interacted with his, then they feel like there's no connection for them to that person other than the person look good, or them dress good, or they're in some kind of mix up and them go follow them.
Exactly. So remember now, that when brands are reaching out to you, right? Brands are now reaching out to influencers because they want to have an impact in a group of people. So if I know that I can reach out to Netanya with 5,000 followers, right? And because of Netanya's relationship with her followers, I'm getting a bang for the buck. I would rather do that than reach out to somebody with 100,000 followers who can't get 5,000 of those 100,000 to do anything. Remember the girl? You don't remember the girl the other? Well, she was abroad. She was an influencer with millions and millions of subscribers and followers. And she came out with a clothing line and she could not sell.
Yeah, I remember that.
She could not sell the clothes.
Because people don't like her well, it's not that people don't like her like that, but she didn't have that much of an impact on people. For
that
people
is the
to
word.
go on and say them I'm gonna buy her clothes.
Impact.
But I also saw an instance where this girl did tweet about how you want to be an influencer and have brands pay you and you don't have enough followers. And then this other girl message, quote the tweet and say, my first paid job was about $1,200 US. And she said she had like 1,500 followers. And she said the campaign was so successful that they continued paying her and her followers grew.
Yeah.
So it makes a lot of sense. You don't need to have a lot of followers. It's just the relationship that you have with these people. So like people on Instagram would message me. And then when I answer, they're like, I can't believe you answered.
You're just like...
So I'm like, who am I not to answer?
The only reason I literally don't answer everybody is because I just miss some of them. But and some people are just saying hey. But where I can, I try to answer because I'm trying to cultivate like a community of people who believe in what I believe in, who share the same values, and we're just here chilling out. So for me, it's almost like a chat room. Right?
It really is a chat
and
room.
you are like the, what's that word, conduit? You're like the person for the brand. So the brand can rely on you to spread a message to a group of people that they might not have had the opportunity to reach
so
had it not been for you.
Like, I feel like if people sit down and like think about all these things, they will never take anything for free.
No, but
because we have all the power, you know, but we're giving it away to these brands.
No, but you see, part of it though is that a lot of people who will take it for free, they will take it for free because separate and apart. This might go down a completely different road that you guys not expecting. But some people have the numbers and are not influencers and don't have a community, so they actually cannot see the worth of asking for anything because there is no worth. So you have 60,000 followers and you're just like, I'll take it for free because you genuinely know that you cannot reasonably ask a brand for money because like literally 500 people watch your stories.
That's so sad. 500 people out of 6. But then again, it makes sense. Because if you're not... And
there's so many angles to
some
this
people
thing.
Genuinely, in my opinion, don't have a personality. So they don't bring anything to their followers because if them sit down and post them face every day, oh my God, this person is so beautiful. Them like a picture, you just nice.
Yeah,
but when you watch them stories...
Right. But let's be very fair. Personality don't mean that you have to be me.
That's
personality
true.
means that you are actually just being yourself. There are certain people on Instagram that I follow who are super quiet, introverts, but they do have a personality, they do have a voice, and they have a point of view, and I like following them. So it's not, you don't have to be
and go all,
yeah, you can.
What was that?
That's the personality.
The personality, you just be yourself. What was that for true? Honestly, wow, this conversation is something.
It's valuable, bro.
It is, because then people know can learn. Okay, so let's talk about those. Well, not talk about, but like bringing in those people who want to be influencers, right? And they feel like there's a peculiar way of going about it. Because I see lots of people who want to be known in the space. Mind you, there's no space that they want to be known in, but they just want people to know them. And they're rude. Right?
Oh, no.
Those people who feel like they have to be rude to
There's
be...
a word that you haven't called it, and I'm waiting on you to say it.
Like clout chaser?
Yes.
I thought it was another C word.
No, it's a clout chaser.
Martin.
We say
This is a family chat. Family Nets chat. Oh, love that.
I'm sorry. That's the only one I was thinking about.
No, but serious, clout chasers are not, and will never be, if you're watching this or listening, you will never be an influencer.
Because why you have to diss people to make people notice you? Don't you have any other talent?
And then they said that their brand is being real. But I know that why you can't be real, I was talking to my friend about this the other day, why you only real with mean things?
A real thing.
Like you
I've
never
thought about that.
Like you never yet say,
something good.
I like your top. Oh, I like you just real with negativity. You're sick.
You probably
My
are.
stomach.
No, it's probably both of them. They're probably sick, and them sick your stomach too.
Yeah.
So
period.
And I think that people are just assholes because they think that it's a cool thing to do.
No, but
and if you're against everything that everybody likes,
here's
then
the
it's
truth,
also
Netanya.
cool.
You're really and truly talking about Twitter. right?
I don't
And if you
really use
want to go
Instagram
there,
like that.
hello Twitter people, thanks for having us. The thing is that people would not think that that's a cool thing to do unless they were given a voice. And what happens is that a lot of you, and yes, I'm saying you because you are included, Miss Mundell, a lot of you give a voice to and enable and gas up a lot of people who are sick.
Yes, man.
I don't even talk about voice right now because
Right? So like a lot of things I see on my timeline, I'm just like, how this reach here?
That is very true.
And guess this who bring it there?
Who are you talking about? It could not be me. I mean, sometimes that's really
Not because
trying
you're
not to
gassing them
answer
up.
people.
Sometimes you're even retweeting to cause. Sometimes
That's very
you're
true. I'm always using
yeah,
it to cause.
but you're giving them a voice. You're giving them a platform.
Because I've never looked at it like that.
I
I'm
remember
just saying
that cloud chasing.
them don't
Remember
make no
that
sense.
cloud chasing is from the view, which is like old time views, which is that any publicity is good publicity. Those are cloud chasers.
Okay,
so
I
all
comment
they
one,
want you to do
and then
is
when them
retweet
continue,
them.
When them continue, me just stop answer.
Okay.
Because me I say this really never make sense. I shouldn't have quote them in the first place because now they're going on this spiral that I wasn't really ready for. But I'm still love for myself and go comment because half of the time the views are so trash.
Yeah,
and people
but-
are there laughing with it.
No, but that's fine. Block.
I have a mantra
But
to
yeah,
stop
cloud
blocking
chasers,
people.
you'll never be influencers. You'll never be influencers. Never.
Tell them that. But I feel like a lot of people who go out of them way to say, I'm going to be an influencer. Them get up today and say, I'm going to be an influencer. We'll never be influencers either.
Right. And I said this at the flow thing as well, that I never considered like influencing a thing. I just thought, okay, you know what, let me be myself. And then for some reason, people started taking me on. And I was like, okay, I'll continue to be myself.
Taking it on just I don't like that term. Because when you say somebody take it on.
No, I mean like,
of course.
no, people were like interested.
Okay.
Right? So, because to really and truly be an authentic influencer, at your very core, you just have to be yourself.
That's very true.
And
So like with this story last week, like people been saying it around, you know how much time I get the link on WhatsApp? Like people are like, oh my God, this story. Or when you start crying, I see my sister out there ready, like she wants to start ball. And everybody that I know just sending me the link and this is so real. And may I say, if you never share that story, people wouldn't have that different type of connection to you. as they had
right,
before.
right. But it's not a fake story.
That's
and
true.
It's connected to who I am at my core.
But a lot of people don't share the real
But if you
stories.
don't
Though,
have-
them shame.
If you don't have those stories, nothing no wrong either, you know. If you really and truly only like clothes and that's all you can talk about, that's fine.
Because that's you.
Because that is you, but always be yourself.
That's very true. But so some people don't know themselves or some people might have like different like sides to them, you know. But that's
I have different
also
sides to me and I
okay.
show it. Like 1 week I'm doing speak out challenge. The next week I'm doing how I quit my job. The next week I'm washing my face in half a tree because there are various facets to who I am. So why you can't show your different facets?
People always show one side because they think that's what people want to see.
There you go. That means you're not being yourself. You hear the
I
man
really
a beat.
think-
You hear the man outside.
Me hear him. I want to know
Look
who him
out.
here.
The Domino's man. Look, girl.
Is a Domino's man?
Yes.
Rotted. Must say someone I drive past there, so I'm so
No,
not
mama.
attentive. Okay, but like for me, people would like hear me talk on the podcast
Mm-hmm.
and then them see me up on YouTube. Them say, me see in a RushCam video or whatever.
Not true.
The one, yeah. When I did a video with you and I went to work,
You're popular, girl.
me say, people that say, why do I see up on YouTube? I eat cereal. But then when I
By
go
the way,
to
the
work,
video with us is still the top video on your channel.
yeah, it is. Them love it, man. People are still commenting on it.
Carnival
you know.
Bay.
Them
Carnival.
love it.
Yeah.
Carnival Part 2, guys.
This one deep though.
Yeah. Not this though. We have to do a Carnival Part 2. But when I go to work and people want to talk to me like how them see me on the podcast or on Twitter and I don't do it, just like, I think I said it today. And I'm like, I'm at work. Why do you want me? Why do you want me to be that person at work? And I have to say to them, guys, get it together. The other day, I walk on the floor. Somebody said, Twitter queen.
I know what you mean.
And them shout it out. And I'm like, suppose people here don't know that I'm on Twitter.
I know what you mean. Like, they expect you to always be on.
Yes.
Yeah.
They expect you to always be on. And sometimes I'm always off because I don't talk to people. Right? I sit down.
What do you mean you're always off? You really are always off. I remember the first time I met you, I was like, she's not the same in person. Like, she's such a scam.
It's not that I'm a scam, but it takes me a really long time to get comfortable with people.
I know what it is though. You're an introvert and it's fine.
And the thing is, every time I do a personality test, it's always sometimes I'm an extrovert and I'm always confused. Because I was like, how am I getting ENTP? And I'll sit down.
You are ENTP? Me
yes.
too.
And I sit down and I'm like, me just a lock up. So I'm only comfortable enough and behave like my natural self with my friends.
No, I'm an
introvert,
extrovert. Like, the lowest I've gotten on the extrovert side in terms of percentage is 98%.
Lowest?
Yeah. In high school, like, I got 100% in extrovert every single year. Like, I'm a full-blown extrovert. So when people meet me in person, they're genuinely like, okay, this is the same person.
I think it's the day people meet me.
All that too. Must say.
No,
like,
some days.
I was telling Candy about this, about Babe Brunch. So, so the last Babe Brunch had some issues with the food, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's not a secret, no shade. So, I'm hungry. And I am telling you, say, one girl said to me, smile no? I said, what you mean smile? Girl, I'm hungry. You're not the same as you are in person. I said, you've never seen me hungry. I'm hungry.
I show them not see them out. You always eat before the video.
Yeah.
So them not see.
Yeah. I'm always fed. Always. Tell the truth.
That's a true thing. I'm always
no,
eat
man.
before.
Them come now about, oh my God, you're not the same. Bitch, I'm hungry.
No, but I know them way there for true. Like, okay, when I'm hungry, I really can't have nobody that talk to me, but I also make bear joke. Mm-hmm. Right? And with my sad, I just bear joke me I make.
Oh my God, Netanya, I don't mean to put us back in the direction, but I really want to talk about something with knowing your worth. And about money.
Reach far. All right, let's
no, because this is really and truly not only a know your worth thing, This is just like the life of a creative in Jamaica, to be honest. But what I wanted to say is, like, in case it cut off, because say Martin I got to come tell about time and wrap up and was at a something. You see this whole thing about money and requiring money in exchange for your influence. It's not unheard of, because this is what it is. Traditional media is no longer the thing. Whereas 5, 10, 15 years ago, you would pay for a slot in the newspaper. Mm-hmm. You're not paying for a slot in the newspaper anymore. You are supposed to be paying for a slot on my page. Mm-hmm. So it is not weird, unreasonable, out of pocket for me to ask you for payment for access to the 30,000 people who follow me. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. It's really and truly that simple.
Weird.
So, even if you have 10 followers, they're asking for access through your channel to those people. And they have to pay for that.
Because you're a medium.
Because you are a medium. So,
beer class history.
You could not actually call the radio station and say, oh, first of all, RJR. No. Let's carry it a little bit back. First of all, RJR. This is for Netanya because I'm on a diet. Oh, wow. I'll eat off the ham.
All right. I'm on diet too, but...
Love it.
Come on.
Yeah. We're eating pizza, guys. Well, Netanya. For those... Okay. You couldn't call RJR and say, RJR, first of all, how many people listen to your station each day?
True.
And then when RJR say 1,000 people, you say, well, I don't feel like it's that much. So
tell them
you
how
know
much
what? You know what? Since it's just 1,000 people, just give me a slot on the radio. That's what you're doing with influencers, you know, even micro influencers. What you're saying is, I don't think 1,000 people is that much for me to pay you
But you still
for those
want
1,000
access
people.
to those 1,000 people.
Right.
So you need to pay fees.
You hear how ridiculous it sounds when we break it down like that?
But remember, enough people not think about themselves as a business either, you know?
No, but you are a business. I literally cannot, you can't put up a billboard for free. It could have been on a lonely road where only 5 people drive. You could not put it up for free, my boss. So why you want to have access to my people for free? You know how much time it takes for people to cultivate them space and to come up with a set of people who follow them and
true.
believe in them and to do everything every single week. But up on YouTube, like, comment, share, subscribe. The people who follow me on YouTube, I take them so seriously. If you read those comments, and for you to come now and to say to me that means absolutely nothing. After you reached out to me, you know, you go tell me that don't mean nothing and I must post your flyer for free. When you are being paid to ask me to post the flyer.
So hold on. If them don't think so worth it, why them reach out to you in the first place?
There you go.
Them could have leave you alone.
Yeah. No, and the
Yes,
marketing managers, you know, the marketing
But
managers
Thursday-
are being paid to reach out to me to ask me to do it for free.
Because
Your
them want to get
job,
money for themselves.
your literal job, you write a report of what you've done for the month, and here's what you've said. Oh, I reached out to RushCam and sent him a flyer and asked him to post it.
And he posted him 30,000 followers them.
Yeah,
So now we reach 30,000 more people.
right. And that was my marketing plan.
For free.
What was the budget? No budget.
No budget. Him just do it.
He did it.
And then I say, and then the thing is, because a lot of people do things for free and for peanuts, a lot of people want to take other influencers serious. So when them go to the people them who them can pay peanut, no, the first people them
Hallelujah.
and say, do this, and you say, all right, 50 grand. Them are gonna say, no.
You weren't here the time I spoke about this. That there was a particular job from a brand, right? They had reached out to a group of friends, and not even a group of friends that you think. So when I say group of friends, I'm literally thinking of like all my social media friends. So them reach out to two of my artist friends, them reach out to two of my influencer friends, them reach out to several people, and we got the message about the same time, and we all message each other and say, imagine John Brown and Company wants us to post this for a month for $7,000, right?
7,000 Jamaican dollars.
7,000 Jamaican dollars. That is the equivalent of that is about 50 US dollars, to be honest. A little more than $50, right?
Probably about $52.
Right. For the month, we must post and we must comment and da, 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 da. So we all, knowing our worth, said no. But there is always a girl out the road who will do it. So I just sat back and I said, I can't wait until this promotion launch for me to see the people who are menkes. This is because it shows you the menkes of the world, you know. And the usual suspects popped up. I was not surprised.
But it makes sense because if you can't get who you want, it's just people who will actually do it.
There are people who will always do it.
And that also in the job market, I always tell people that I will not personally work for 50 grand per month. But you see, if me move on, that post and I'll pay more because there's somebody who's gonna come in and take it for the 50 grand.
There is somebody who will
and
come
always
in.
I'm feeling because we can always say no.
Yes, but that is what is happening in when I left law school. When I left law school, I kissed a lot of frogs. Meaning I went to a lot of interviews where I was offered $70,000 out of law school, called to the bar, right? And I was like, no. But all of those jobs were filled.
Because there's somebody taking it.
All of those jobs were filled because there was somebody who would take it, right?
Some people take it hoping that, you know, them can work them way up and
So this is not just an influencer thing, you know.
It's a life
This
thing.
is a life thing about people. You know what it is too? People are long long-sighted. Them not thinking long
Them there for the
term.
now.
Yeah, so they're like, well, you know, whatever, and them have a feeling that the brands will never come back. So
They always come back.
they always come back
They always,
in
for
life.
them always have a promotion for do. And even I remember one time I reached out to somebody asking them to do something, and
This
they went
is in your
around me.
professional capacity.
Them go around me, go around me,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm like, all right, cool. I'm not gonna run it down because I know I feel like say one day you really gonna want something from me, and you have to come back to me. And the person did want back something from me. I'm just sit down and I'm look, but I'm not messed up.
Period.
But me just say
You're not spiteful.
I'm not spared sometimes.
Uh-huh.
No, because there was somebody who wronged me like so many times, especially on a public platform, which is twitter.com, and she go on the most and she blocked me. And then what's funny is that she wanted a proposal was sent right on my desk from her.
Actually, I wonder if it's the same person that I'm about to talk about.
Right
Pause
on my
for a call.
desk.
Yes, I knew
Listen.
it. I knew it.
Listen.
Okay, let me tell you about my story with her. No, she is one of the reasons why I feel so strongly about influencers and why I will always protect the people that I can protect. Why I always tell Denille to call me. I always tell Nathaniel to call me because of people like this lady. No. She worked with a company 2.5 years ago and she said to me, hey, you know, I'm building up a proposal for something, blah, 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 and I would love to use you as one of the influencers, right? What did I just say? She called me. So I said, hey, you know, I'm interested because I'm trying to build up my portfolio now, you know. So I'm trying to work with as many reputable brands as possible. You have to go, you have to go closer to the mic. Oh.
No, man, you might choose someone who wants to know the mic.
Haha. Love that. ASMR. So she said to me, long story short, she asked me to send her different stuff, proposals. Basically, I felt like I was doing the work for her. But anyways,
Probably.
I did it because I try to get a bus. You know that the lady messaged me back and say, hey, you know, we decided to go with some other people because you need to get your numbers up. Right?
And guess what happened?
I need to get my numbers up. The one, they stole my idea. And two, they used people who were not as popular as me. So my 5,000 followers that she said I needed to get up, imagine she used people with 1,756 followers.
No, that's precise though.
Okay? Right? And it's the same thing about another mutual friend that we have actually. They did the same thing to me. They told me that they wanted to use me for something. Then they told me I needed to get my numbers up. And then they used people with lower numbers than me and lower engagement. I was not bitter about it. But can you imagine that this lady is now going to put herself forward as one of the voices for micro-influencers?
Yep. And that's exactly what came on my desk. Because
How are you an advocate for micro-influencers when you told me that I need to get my numbers up? Hypocrites talk loud, they make them sit and talk. All them can do. Yeah.
I don't usually go against people.
You're mad?
And that's the only time I was ever spiteful
Look
in my
here.
professional
Look
life.
here. Look here. I have seen that. And I don't have nothing, you know. Focus.
Sorry.
Look here now. So if I'm come off of this. No, I don't have her up for anything, by the way. No, let me be abundantly clear. So if you're listening to this, miss, I do not have you up and I don't care. And she has DM'd me to say, oh, you know, I never really mean it, whatever.
Hello.
Yeah. But the point is, you never really believe in a vision. Because there are a lot of people, you know, let me tell you something. There's a girl named Stacey Ann Nielsen. She worked with National Bakery. And I'll never forget that girl's kindness. And it's not a matter of kindness, actually, as much as it is just believing in who I was. True. Right? Because National wanted like something for YouTube. And she was like, no, man, rush. And of course, I'm sure in the office, there are people who are like, no, man, but there are people who are bigger, man. You can use Dirty Berry. No, you can use Petit Sue. You can use this person. And she was like, no, man. And she got so much value from using me. And I'll never forget it because that's the first corporate thing that I ever did on YouTube because somebody believed in me. So don't tell me that, oh, I don't have that much pull in my office, so you know what, blah 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 blah. If you never have that much pull in your office, you wouldn't even come and tell me get your numbers up. What you would have said to me is, boy, Rush, I really fought for you, but it never really worked out. But don't continue working hard. You would have told me to get my numbers up.
That's true, you're right.
Huh?
And I don't feel like people can say they don't have that much pull in them office because it's not true. If you're in that room, then they value your opinion to some amount that they're gonna want to hear it. Because when I'm at work and influencer talk come up and they're like, who you think we can use? I always give people who I know. It's not like, let's say I suggest Rush. They're gonna say, oh no, you do it because you're friend. I'm gonna say no, I do it because if this is the task that we want to do, and this is the best person to do it, I'm gonna suggest the best person to do it. Right? The first time I tell them for do it, I gave them the people who to use. Them do it. Then they didn't do it. And then they were like
they regretted it.
They regretted it like tremendously. Like it was just such a big flunk. Right?
Yeah.
And I just sat there every day for a month and I was like,
but I'm sure that they'll trust you. Them definitely going to trust your
the
opinion
next
after
time,
that.
because now, before doing anything, they're like, who is the best person you think we can work with? Because like when it comes on to influencers at work, I'm the only person who suggests influencers. They can't do anybody without me saying this is the person.
So you have a voice in the room.
Exactly. So if I say Mega do Rush and them say no, Rush is not the best person because he needs to get more followers. No, he brings the most value in it. So if me say somebody else, there's somebody named Air Freshener, and then I have like 2,000 subscribers on YouTube, and I feel like they can do it, I'm going to give it to them because some people, when you watch them work and you see the value in it and like the pride them put into it don't matter.
Right, and let me tell you something. There are people with a lot of followers who will never give your brand what you're looking for because
them put too much
work ethic and the effort and just the whole look and feel is just not what you're going for. Let me tell you something. That's why there's some YouTubers and there's some influencers out there. Well, there's some people with big following on Instagram who you wonder why them can't get into corporate or why them can't get certain jobs that other people get in because the quality is not there. So this also is a word to people out there who are looking to be influencers, creatives, whatever. Focus on your craft. Because your craft will always speak. The more you improve. Because that's why, me and my intro on YouTube, I don't take that for a joke. Thank you so much. No, I don't take it for a joke because it's a huge indicator of who you are and what you are willing to do. So brands look for a stamp of excellence on you and want to work with you and are willing to pay you if you say, hey, I need X amount of money because these things I don't pull this out of my ass.
Sit down and work on it.
Yes.
I didn't know how hard it was to edit a video until I tried doing YouTube for myself.
Rachel.
Like I sat down and then when I stopped working, I realized it was 2 o'clock in the morning. I'm walk out of my room.
And you're not do the edit so we are do.
And I'm not.
You just a cut.
I just a cut and a putting things. And then I learned how to make my own intro though. It was very simple. Well, my intro is simple, but it really took a long time. So like working like that made me realize that Jeff really put in enough effort when me said, Jeff, I want it by today. I'm talking about videos. And when I said, Jeff,
Martin, you still get your big up, my boss. No worry.
I said, Jeff, more on the YouTube video Monday because podcast come out. We record podcast Saturday. It come out Sunday, so the video for them by Monday. Me couldn't even produce a 30-minute video.
Yeah.
So what the hell more Jeff doing a 1 hour video? And
but when we're coming up here, didn't I tell you that it take you have to just be so disciplined and focused?
That's very true.
Because if I know that a video is supposed to come out for me on Sunday, sometimes I'm so busy in the week I only get to record it on Saturday morning. When I record it on Saturday morning, I have to edit it and upload it so that it can go up on Sunday. It's not easy work, but your stamp of excellence have to be on it. There's a girl I follow on YouTube. She new, she's a Jamaican. Her name is Sarah Miles. Her thing is called Miles Guide. Okay, listen, it is a vlog. She does vlogs and she does Jamaican content. So she go to the beach with her friends. Real uptown girl. Like
I think she live in Canada too.
she's in Montreal, like for school or whatever. But let me tell you something. That girl have 400 subscribers, and I watch her like say she have 4 million because
Her content is
the
good.
content just nice. It just have a buzz.
She have it like
She have a buzz.
and she take
have a
pride
buzz,
in her
and
work.
she takes pride in her work. I would
Yeah.
rather watch her than watch somebody with 4 million who don't take pride in their work. Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Da, 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 and come off. No.
Yeah,
Shit.
dig. I tell you, who I have to big up to, I believe in like people, Kadeen.
Yes.
Kadeen.
Yes.
When she
yes.
pick influencers.
Yes. Yes.
Kadeen pick this girl who work with them now, and I've never seen that girl before. So I'm gonna watch her video them. I say you said that girl in about it. She no matter how much following you have, once you see your impact and how people react to you, she say, yo, come. She's gonna use you.
But you know what it boils down to? And I'm sure that is it time to wrap up? No. Really? Wow.
What are you chatting
I'm more tired. Should I go dentist? Got the 2 surface filling. Lady,
Yeah,
I'm mouth stretch out the whole day.
Yesterday that?
Mama, huh?
Yesterday?
No, day before, and she all have a cut on my lip because my mouth stretch out so long. She put Vaseline on it like every 5 minutes, but my God.
You can't some the jar to your mouth. Drop your lip. That's like putting in braces when them have the thing where you have something they use on the video.
Mm-hmm. Something there.
Yeah, you and Perry. The little clear thing.
Yeah.
That's what them use for
That
putting my braces so them just hold it to the whole time.
Mama. But anyway, what I was gonna say is I was talking about brand. You see a lot of these people in marketing, a lot of the people who work at the agencies. Let me tell you what they are. It starts with L and it ends with Y. Lazy.
Think you're gonna say Lily. Think you're gonna say Lily.
Lily? Them Lily?
Yeah.
What's that?
One term people used to use, some must say come back.
Oh, like Uko?
No
Them
man, them
Lily.
say thing Lily. A little bit. Yeah,
Oh,
you know,
well, I mean, I suppose it works as well. By the way, anybody who is listening to this who works in marketing and like at an agency, if the cap don't fit,
don't take offense.
then go on. But you cannot be forward thinking. You cannot be a part of an industry which is always looking for like the next big thing and always whatever. And every time influencer talk come around, you're just like, yeah man, and you call the same 5 names. I'm not saying that if those 5 people are the most effective, that you must use them in a but.
There are other people out there.
There are people out there that you can discover. Look here, every day I'm looking for somebody new because you can learn from them. There's always fresh content. There are different stuff.
Every company use the same 5 influencers for you. Them always like, so when say worker come around, you know who you're going to sit on them board.
Yeah.
Like some company, they don't like venture out to me. And then the thing is, and they're picking some influencers who are so far out from their brand. A lot of companies do that, you know. So they're going to pick somebody who's so far out from their brand. They're just like, what was the reason?
Oh, by the way, influencers, that's another reason you can say no to. Like if something don't align with your brand, you must know your brand, you know. Like people, you can know, come on. Everybody, you can kind of figure out what I am about, right? If it's something lifestyle, definitely. Artsy, cute, whatever, nice. If it's something to talk about, I will talk. You understand what I'm saying?
Very true.
Rum, Netanya, anything party, she'll be there.
Anything Campari, you go to Denille.
You know that I love that drink?
Campari?
Yeah, but I don't think they love me.
Campari Orange is my favorite.
You're like, wait, what did you just say? No, as in, I don't think I align with what they want, but I love the drink. I drink it unpaid, not an ad. It's really good with pineapple.
I mean, when I started working with them, is when because the first time I taste Campari, I was like,
very good brand to work with, by the way.
They are.
Yeah. They treat their influencers very good.
I said, I love it, man.
No, man, for sure.
That's why I'm not left. It makes sense.
Nah left.
But, come on, really?
Yeah.
Not about cartel. But yeah,
what are the nuggets? There's so many nuggets from this video.
Yeah, people have to take notes. I hope they were writing.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it turned into like an influencer episode.
Creative episode. Honestly though, if you know your worth, let me tell you something. A lot of them have imposter syndrome. Imposter syndrome is where you don't believe that you are deserving or worthy of what you are getting.
Mm-hmm.
So because you have imposter syndrome, you allow it to project into the other facets of your life. So when people reach out to you, because you don't believe that you're worth it, you don't assert your worth.
Yeah, you get excited and say,
You
"Oh
get
my God,
excited, whatever. That's
somebody's
not
actually
it.
reaching out to me."
So always remember that they're the one reaching out to you. You're not reaching out to them. There's always a value that can be placed on your
work
and audience. There's
That's
always value. If them going to call the newspaper and pay them have to call you and pay you. Right?
You're a business.
You
Treat
are a
yourself
business.
like one.
Treat yourself like one. And finally, everybody can hear me? Some of the worst experiences I've had is with Jamaican creatives.
Yeah, it makes sense.
So the
Because of
problem
work
is
ethics
not
now.
corporate. Also, the problem is you. You need to work on your work ethic, work on being reliable, work on communication, work on doing things within the timeline.
Just be professional.
Be professional. Please, I beg.
Because even if you're not dealing with a company, you're dealing with somebody who is like willing to give you money.
Period. That's it. Pack up on this. Where's my boss?
Okay, but thanks guys for listening to another episode of Net's Chat.
Yes. Guys have an announcement.
Yes. We're at the end, but there's an announcement.
All right. So ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, thank you so much for watching. I love talking so much and sharing so many nuggets and parts of my life with you guys that I have decided to launch my own podcast. Netanya, please be excited.
Sorry, I'm going to take some off of the mic. Woo!
Right.
Woo!
So it's going to be called Pack Up with RushCam.
I thought it was going to call Wednesdays with RushCam.
Wednesdays with RushCam?
Yes.
You are so basic.
I'm sorry. I don't know why.
A day of the week with RushCam? Yeah, idiot. Pack Up with RushCam. We're trying to do cohesive and coherent branding, ma'am. So search it up, look it up, subscribe. There. And our first episode will be you can subscribe to podcast. You never know that?
On Apple. Yeah. Oh yeah, sorry, true.
Hello. I subscribe to yours.
No, because like
this is awkward. Can I just finish my announcement?
I'm sorry.
Because you are a mess. What do you mean, Anyway, February 26th, Ash Wednesday.
That's also my jerk out, guys.
Whoa, say listen to the podcast before you got a jerk out. Or they'll just play the podcast at the jerk out. I can tell you from now that the first episode will be with my mother.
That's so interesting.
The place quiet. Yes. So yeah.
That's so interesting.
Yeah. So the first episode will be with my mother.
She know that?
Yeah.
Okay. I asked her.
No, that's a very reasonable question because she's such a funny girl. Anyways, follow me on all socials at RushCam. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe on my YouTube, and don't forget to subscribe to this podcast, Let's Chat podcast. Follow Netanya. You hear how me I take over her ending?
Yeah,
because she don't plug that enough. Like she don't tell people to follow her enough. Follow her on Twitter.
On my podcast.
But you don't
Twitter
say it with enough
follow me on Twitter and Instagram at NetGenner.
Yes.
Right? And subscribe to my new YouTube page, guys. I started YouTube, so it's called With NetGenner. Yeah, with space.
She already has 1,000 subscribers.
That's not true.
Or is it 100?
It's 100.
Same thing.
Yes, I have 100 subscribers and I'm really excited.
Same thing. Short 10. Yeah.
True.
So I'm very happy for you. Thanks for having me.
Thanks for coming and being assertive. Oh, and big up Denille.
Denille is really on round 2 right now.
Denille is really living her best life. I want to be girl.
Right now, she do a new position.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Bye, guys.
Yeah. Follow Denille.